Okay, so we're going to do another inbox review. Now, I received this kit less than 10 minutes ago, so it shows you the reason that I'm doing this. The way that I don't look in the box was before I check them, or before I review them. In fact, I'm still clearing up some of the Panzer, the Tiger stuff that I've been doing lately. But this is the new Eduard. They do the Raw class, which we all know, multiple kits with great pieces of art in them. This one's a little bit special. This one's the Rise of the Bubbletops by Koiki Shigeo. Whether I pronounced that right or not is, I'm sorry, I don't know. But it's the Eduard Spitfire Mark 16 and the Focke-Wulf 190 D9. As you can see, these two fighting each other. Now, the first thing you get when you get this kit, which I didn't realise it was going to be taking this form, is this beauty. Now, how well you'll be able to pick this out, I don't know. But there we go. We have an A2 piece of artwork, as far as I'm concerned. Koiki Shigeo's autograph. Beautiful thing. Now, this is a very limited edition, so this is one out of 999 kits that will be produced. I'm just going to put this straight away to protect it, because I am going to get this framed to go on the wall, because I think it's a fantastic piece of art. So I will just put that away, put that safe for a second. Back to the kit. Right, so we've got Dorothy 2 and Yellow 11 as the Focke-Wulf, which is going inverted underneath the Spitfire. Now, we've got the beautiful look of the bubble top canopy on here. Looks fantastic. Anyway, so we've got the new Eduard, which obviously is Edward's new idea, and I quite like it, to be honest. The kit number is hashtag or a number 11100X, and it's a limited edition dual combo, Rise of the Bubbletops. So if we have a quick look round, there's not much to show on the sides. Some artwork telling me that the flat pack A2 sized fine print, which is you've seen and is gorgeous. Cartograph decals, so we know they're fantastic. Got some photo etch details of paint and masks, and a limited edition of 1,000 pieces. Now, I'm not sentimental, but when it comes to Edward's limited editions, I am a little bit, I must admit. I have 4 or 5 of their Royal Class sets over there, which will never be touched. I don't think this will be either. But anyway, let's see what's in the box and we'll go from there. Maybe I'll change my mind. Right, so we've got a nice strong box. As I said, it's not been opened before, so let's just hope there's nothing in there. A good strong box from Eduard. I like to see that. And the first thing you can see is it is absolutely jam-packed full of plastic, which looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, we have one bag. So this is, I haven't opened this, so this is all new, so I presume that's a Spitfire. So that's the Spitfire. Put that to one side for a moment. This one would be, they're fairly mixed up, these bags, which is a bit of a surprise. Anyway, we'll go from the start. We'll start at the top and work through. We'll go from my usual position, which is the booklet. Put that on the floor. That to one side. So again, I've got this beautiful artwork from Eduard, with the cut-off nose, the cut-off wing edge to aid speed, sharp pointed tail, typical things of the Mark 16. I believe this was a Griffin engine modelled as well, which gave it a little bit more height and versatility and speed. Focke-Wulf 190, I'm not overly sure about that, but we'll have a look later. So, opening the book up, the first thing you see is the parts that are not going to be used, which, as you can see on this, is quite a few for both kits. Which one is this for? This is for the Spitfire. So this is the Spitfire stuff that you're not going to use. So we come straight in with the sidewalls, all the parts. As we all know, we've all put the Spitfire together. The best Spitfire kit on the market as it is. I've not built the Bubbletop. Or is that a lie? I have built the Bubbletop, but only in a weekend edition. So I haven't used any of the PE or anything else, which is here. And of course you get the masks as well. So going through, loads of PE going into the cockpit, which will liven the heck out of it. Beautiful kit. Straight into putting the bulkheads, the seats, rudder system, throttles, seat belts which go through, which are PE again. You've got an optional decal for the paintwork, for the instrument panel. Of course, we'll be doing that in PE. The radar, the navigation system, which isn't very much, obviously. Your rudder system, going up to the top, more and more going in. It's just, it goes together the same way as the weekend edition, basically, which is an absolutely fantastic version. And again, wings going down the top. We make up some real depth into the wheel wells, which is always a good, fantastic sign. Some other bits and pieces of the wheel well going in. I would like to have seen that the engine hood in one piece. It saves that seam line and having to rescribe. Oh, it's only one line and a few bits and pieces of rivets, but it would have been nice just to see it in one piece. G43. Now I believe my old mate Mick Burr had a bit of trouble with one of those bits once upon a time. There you go. So we've got movable flaps, movable ailerons, movable flaperons, movable tail, or positionable, shall I say. Going at the engine side. A bit more going on at the rear of the head and the rear of the bulkhead. Wingtips going on. Under again, two pieces. Would have been nice if it was a single piece. Excuse me, but I'm not moaning because this is the best Spitfire kit on the market, without a doubt, at this scale. Again, wheels. You don't need to buy aftermarket for these guys. They are good straight out of the box. All the wheels going on, looking fantastic. Bubbletop canopy. Coming through at the prop, four-bladed prop. In a door, obviously we can leave this door open because this is going to be, if I did build it, I would leave the canopy open because there's so much detail going into this one of these. Bombs, little tiny bombs to put on there, 250 kilos, or 125 kilo bombs rather. PO tubes, undersurface parts going on there, all looking lovely. Masking system, don't like that masking system, don't like liquid mask. That's just personal thing, nothing to do with anybody else, just me. But I would mask that using my own way I do it, using masking tape and cutting it in properly, making it nice and tidy. Then you've got this beautiful colour, the traditional dark green over ocean grey, or dark ocean grey I should say. Looks absolutely fantastic with the light grey underneath. We've got a very much darker band here. First time I've seen that, but that'll be cool. We can do all that. But I do love this colouring, and of course Alclad 2 do all the colours for these now, and they are proper FS colours, so they are the original colours that were used during this time, made, how can I say this, by the same people. So that's why I like them so much. Decent colouring. It's just stenciling. Lots of stencils to go on. Not as many as a Phantom, thank goodness, but there's lots of stencils to go on. It looks good. And that's basically it. So, traditional Spitfire, fantastic. Now the Focke-Wulf D9, or any of the Focke-Wulfs, well, by Eduard, are absolutely fantastic. Not so many bits we're not using on this one, as you can see, but we have a photo etch system and the masking system, which we won't use. So back straight to the cockpit. Lots of detail already, without the fact that we're going to take a lot of that off and put photo etch on it, but it's fantastic. Straight into the seat belts and the seat, which is all built in, lovely, nice one-piece seat. Belts, photo etch for the rudder pedals, looking good. Gun system. I'll be a little bit careful, just read what it says. Don't install certain parts, which are the guns, these ammo carriers, ammo feeders. If you're going to have the fuselage hood closed, seems a bit odd, but we'll see. Perhaps we can leave the top off this one. Anyway, we go through. Beautiful gun system going in, looking great. Fuselage is coming together, joining in with the cockpit, the gun barry, and you'll notice there's no engine in this, as there wasn't in the Spitfire, but we can't open up the sides to see it anyway, so it's not a worry. The the wheelbase going in, looking good. All the cannon bays, all looking great. Drill out your holes for your antennas. The detailing inside this front edge where the wheel area or the undercarriage area goes is fantastic. So no problems with that. Again, movable flaps, flaperons, whatever you want to call them. PE for the cockpit. Instrument panels looking lovely. Single piece. Yep, single piece rear tail planes. So no movable ailerons, but a predictable rudder. Some very nice undercarriage going down. Undercarriage going on. Prop. What little engine there is, or cowling going on with the air intakes. And then we're bombing her up, if that's what we're going to do. And it's absolutely beautiful. And then we come to this side, getting the parts in the canopy, getting everything done. So you can have a closed hood or an open hood for the guns. Fantastic. There we go, just shows you just there. So basically what we'll do, what I'll probably do, is to cut those off, if I did it, which I won't. Sounds daft, but I probably won't do it. So that's open. And again, liquid mask. No, not interested, sorry. So this one's from Stockholm in Germany, May 1945. Beautiful greens that they use, greys, different types of colour, and absolutely fantastic. In fact, they're using metalwork on top of this. Something different for the future. Looks absolutely fantastic. and then the stenciling at the rear. To me, another top-notch kit, and in a beautiful booklet. You can't beat that. So we'll put that on the floor, out of the dog's way. Now, I'm not sure what's in any of these bags, so we'll just get them out and have a look. Okay, so Spitfires underneath wings, over top wings. We know how good these are. We know the detail. Anybody who's built one of these before, absolutely fantastic. Lots of interest again in the wheel wells, but the rivets, the panel lines, just fantastic. And then we have the Focke-Wulf 190, again exactly the same, absolutely beautiful. Little bit of mould release, which is unlike Eduard, but nothing special, nothing spectacular. They have rubbed together a little bit, which is a bit of a shame, but there you go. Little bit of detail on the inside of the wing system and undercarriage. Again, lovely piece of work. The Focke-Wulf body, again, I don't know how we can see that, but it is scratched just here. Now, nothing that a buffer ain't going to take out. It's just a shame that it was all wrapped up and you get little things like this. It's moved around. Just a little shame that was in one single bag. But there you go. And again, the bodywork, impeccable. My personal opinion is to drill all the holes out of the bulkheads, which I would do if I was going to build it. And the wheels, very flat, very round. Perhaps the weakest part of the kit is the tyres, not the hubs but the tyres, because of they're purely perfectly rounded. I think if I was going to build it, I'd probably get a set of resin wheels for her. Right, I'm going to put her straight away, simply because I don't want to damage this one at all. And just I know it takes a little time, but I would like to keep them as good as I possibly can. We'll look at the glazing in a moment. We've got another large bag of goodies. Coming through. Right. Again. Let's put these to one side for a second. Okay, so these are the Focke-Wulf. There's your engine. Not much to it, and the cowl. Prop spinner looks lovely. Some very, very fine work here, which is going to take some very careful taking off the sprue. The guns, that doesn't look fantastic like that, but I'm sure they'll work out better with a bit of dry brushing. But again, another nice sprue. More parts to the Focke-Wulf. Ah, that's the better guns. We can put them in there with the hood up, all decorated, all painted up, dry brushed, looks superb. Very, very nice. And tail planes, as we said, with no movable ailerons. Much better tyres on this one, although obviously we would take a flat bottom off of this one. There are two more here which aren't as good, but these have got some nice grain, and there's only a minute piece of burr on along the side. Top of the cockpit, doesn't matter what's there because we're going to cover that in PE. The wing spar looks absolutely brilliant. Some nice details which should, obviously the photo etch is going to build up on those and look great. Okay, let's put it straight back in the bag. Eduard's bags are lovely because they're self-closing. Alright, so one more. This will be the Spitfire. Right, we'll find the edge. There we go. Beautiful spinner on there, which is fantastic. The prop, just a little bit of flash, needs cleaning off. Different type of cannons for different variants, as usual. As I said, there's a lot of parts on here you won't use. Again, looking at it, to my eye, looks fantastic. I think I can see another weekend version coming up. So I probably won't build this one, but a weekend version. You've got a seat. Where are the sides to the seat? Must be on another. Oh, there they go. They're all there, so they all fit in. Again, a lot of this will be replaced with PE and a lot thinner. But the actual detail on all this is fantastic. Some slight burn on the oxygen tanks. But apart from that, she's looking mighty fine. And of course we have our movable flapper or ailerons, two different types. You've got your wingtips in there, two different types of tail as well, so they're all there. It's just the shape of the body that's different. So again, another two new superb pieces of course you've got the, here you've got all the nice side wall panels. Sorry it takes time to put these away, but I think it's better now, otherwise I just won't do them. So we'll put that on the deck. Right, which ones have we got here? This will be the Focke Wulf 190. Now, as you can see, you've got 4 different cockpits. You've got 2 cockpit fronts, 4 cockpit sides, 4 cockpit glasses, all perfectly clear, no spidering, no seams. Perfect. I don't know how well you can see through that front glazing. That's just styrene. Clear styrene nowadays is so much better than it used to be. But a dip in Alclad glazing clear will bring that right up. Okay. There's not a lot you can say, is there really? I mean, I don't think I've had a bad cockpit or a bad cockpit glazing from Eduard ever, but they seem to get better at it all the time. No wobble, perfect all the way around, no centre seam. What can you say? Absolutely glorious. Right, so we have a little bit of a story card. So the Spitfire Mark 16 TB-886 was the only aircraft of this type with a bubble canopy that was operated by Canadian units in the combat operation Second World War. The unit received the aircraft on April 19, 1945. It was flown by Flight Lieutenant Bill Harper, who named the aircraft after his wife Dorothy. The FW-190D9 of JG2 was captured by American forces in April 1945 near Frankfurt. If these two aircraft ever met in the air remains unconfirmed. By this time, the Allies had virtually unchallenged control of the sky, and combat with Luftwaffe assets were nowhere near as common as in earlier phases of the war. However, they served in the same area of the front at the same time. Quite an interesting piece, and also another very nice piece of the artwork. So you've got your mask sets. Sorry, I don't use them. They go straight back in. We'll go with the PE first with the Focke-Wulf. Standard Focke-Wulf D9, little tiny set, cockpit set. Very nicely detailed, raised, so it's not totally flat. Some nice pieces in there as well. But then we all know Eduard are the best at this. The photo etch. Again, the Spitfire, traditional harness. You've got your armour plating at the rear. Your oleos. Everything looks fantastic there. And then we come to the decals, which is the last one. Turn the compressor off. These down. Now we know these are going to be good. They're cartograph. They don't get much better. So it's not often you see a mixture of swastikas and RAF Randalls in one hit. They look very nicely. Very nice. Some nice decals which we could probably use with the PE set as well. Looks very good. And full-size swastikas. Well, other bits are there as well. So we have stencils for the Spit. I'm not going to get... oh, the sheet comes off. The Spitfire stencils look absolutely... although, got a little bit of rubbing just here. Nothing to worry about. Just some basic stuff. And then we should have the German ones here. FW190 stencils. Lots of little bits. All readable. All in register. Absolutely fantastic. Not a lot more you can say about those, to be honest with you. They are cartographs, so they're going to be great. Let's put this away. So, what do we think? It's two great kits in a box with a fantastic piece of A2 artwork to go with it for less than the price of the kits if you bought them separately, which is nice. My opinion is, if you're a Spitfire fan, or an Eduard fan, or a 190 fan, this is a must-have. As I said, it is a limited run of 1,000 kits only, so go out and grab one. I think they're about, from Nicky at Veteranus, they're £42. I think they'll be about £55 if you buy them anywhere else. Personally, I think they're worth every single penny. Go out and buy yourself one. They're great.